Bryce, we're flying through these topics, Lord. One of
We
your
usually
favorite
do.
one of your favorite players is returning to a team that you hate, and that's fine. And we've discussed this off the record. I've told you that anything we get from Victor Oladipo is going to be a bonus. I'm not counting on him for anything because the team that we have currently constructed is a championship contending team. With that said, how much more do you think Victor Oladipo in a very limited role could bring to the Eastern Conference leading Miami Heat?
Did you say I hate him?
No, I said you hate the team.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, wait a second. I do not
No,
hate
no,
Victor Oladipo.
I said he's one of your favorite players who's
Mhm.
returning to a team that you hate.
Okay, okay. I'm just making sure. Also, I don't hate the Heat. I hate how much clout you throw the Heat, especially like when you introduce them the way you do. It's like you'll find whatever extra thing you can say about them, like
They
Eastern
are
Conference leading,
they are the Eastern
whatever.
Conference leading.
It's just that's the only thing I have. I just push back because I know how much clout you really do give them,
It's
which
a
it's
fact.
fine.
It's a
Whatever.
fact
I
that
just
they're
push back. I don't hate them. Anyways, um, I think okay, it's you're already great without him. You don't even have Lowry right now, and you're still playing pretty good. You've had a lot of people out this season for long stints, and you've still managed to play pretty good. So, to me, he's like just the ultimate X factor. He's like the I was gonna make a football reference, but now I can't remember the guy's name, so that was terrible. Um, if he can stay healthy and come in and put in like 15 to 20 solid minutes for you, that's really all you would need from him this season. You know, everybody kind of fits into that team well and knows what to do. And when you've had people out, you know, it's like the team says, next up, you know, the Miami Heat have a good culture and a deep bench to pull a lot of that off. Oladipo, by no means, isn't talented or isn't a go-to scorer or a great defender. He's all these things. But a lot of players on the Heat can do a lot of things. So I think just for this season, you don't mess up what you already have. But he's the ultimate X factor, like I said. Devin Hester. That's who I mean.
oh wow. Okay.
Because, you know, he's not super effective or super used all throughout the game. I know he's had his stints in his career, but when you had to kick off to him,
Yeah.
he's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah,
So he has his spots. And so Oladipo, given the right spots in a deep playoff push, could be exactly what a team could use. I mean, any team that wants to make a deep playoff run would not be like, I don't want even a returning from injury Oladipo. Everybody would take that because he is talented. And he has, by this point in his career, he does have experience. It's all
oh yeah.
about health with Oladipo.
Yeah.
So come in minutes restrictions. It's this late in the season. The team is gelling without him. I don't feel like you push anything. You let him come in, fill out his minutes, fill out how comfortable he is, and see if he can get you some buckets and can lock down some players, maybe off the bench, that kind of thing, wherever you need him. Because that's what the Heat do. They just lock in guys whenever they need them, wherever they need them. So I just don't think you force him into some large role at first just because you've been so successful thus far. Anyways, you just let him be that extra weapon you have if you need him in some of these late playoff runs because you're going to need him because the competition in the East, these teams aren't going to be getting swept. You know, both teams are going to be exhausted at the end of these playoff series. You're going to need everything you can get. So the fact that you have Oladipo coming back is better than what most people have coming to their team this late in the season. Like I said, I don't think you push him into some crazy large role. You just wait and see what you need from him.
Right. I This is why we didn't make any changes at the trade deadline because we knew we were going to get an all-star coming in. Like we knew he was coming, we just didn't know when. So it seems like Monday is going to be the day. It's going to be against the Houston Rockets. Let's be honest, they're a trash team right now. So that's the perfect game for him to come back.
Mhm.
Oladipo could have played last night. He could have, but we would rather not have him play against Philly. Let's have him play against Houston. We can try a few things with
Mhm.
Houston because they're not, even though we beat Philly, they're not as potent as Philly are. Plus, with Kyle Lowry being out right now, that does free up a few extra minutes that we can throw at Oladipo coming off the bench. So it's a good time right now to experiment with him coming off the tough week that we just had because I think I saw of our good I forgot the stat. We have more home games remaining than road games for the remainder of the season, which is good. And the schedule's soft now because we've gotten rid of all our tough opponents this past week. So it's a perfect time for Oladipo to come back in a limited role. Even his 3 point shot was never that great, but even if he can turn into a 3 and D guy in limited minutes off the bench as we go through this playoff run, that's all I can ask for him from him. Because like I said, the way that this team is constructed right now, he's not needed. Let's say PJ Tucker goes down. Oladipo could slide into that role. Let's
Mhm.
say Jimmy, who's been nicked up all year, goes down and has to miss a game. Oladipo can definitely slide into that role. Even though Jimmy's a better player, their games are extremely similar. Jimmy's a little bigger, but their games are
Mhm.
extremely similar. Um, so that's the role I see for Oladipo. I am excited that we have another weapon now and also another defender that we can throw at our boy up in Milwaukee, which I'm waiting for. I need 7 games of that in my life. Um, so I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm gonna be look. Monday would probably have been a game that I would have went to sleep on. Now I'm gonna try to stay up
Yeah.
so I can see Oladipo uh, come back. So I'm happy for him. I know you're happy for him
Mhm.
because of my generous nature and because of the love that you have for Oladipo. I will gladly buy you a Miami Heat Oladipo jersey because I know that was your favorite player. Even though your girl at the time wanted you to like Peyton, I know Oladipo was your favorite player. So I will gift you that jersey. How about that?
There's a lot of reasons I'm gonna ignore the last like 15 seconds of what you said. I'm not even responding. So we should move on. What's the next topic?